Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, the international runaway bestseller that has held the top spot on the New York Times bestsellers list for over 6 years, is an investor, entrepreneur, and educator whose perspectives on money and investing fly in the face of conventional wisdom. He has virtually single-handedly challenged and changed the way tens of millions around the world think about money in communicating his point of view on why old advice: get a good job, save money, get out of debt, invest for the long term, and diversify is bad advice. Robert has earned a reputation for straight talk, irreverence, and courage. Rich Dad Poor Dad ranks as the longest-running bestseller on all four of the lists that report to Publishers Weekly, the New York Times, Business Week, the Wall Street Journal, and USA Today, and was named USA Today's #1 money book 2 years in a row. It is Robert's story of growing up with two dads, his real father and the father of his best friend, his rich dad, and the ways in which both men shaped his thoughts about money and investing. The book explores the myth that you need to earn a high income to be rich and explains the difference between working for money and having your money work for you. With that said, let's get into my book summary playlist. Your time is valuable, and that's why I am here to provide concise and informative summaries of some of the most popular books out there. Whether you're looking to expand your knowledge or simply want to stay informed about the latest trends and ideas, this playlist is the perfect place to find quick and insightful summaries of the books you want to know more about. Watch until the end for the key takeaways to help you decide on your purchase. The book link is below in the description. So sit back, relax, and allow me to do the reading for you. Summary first. This book emphasizes the importance of financial education and independence. The book is written as a series of lessons taught by the author's rich dad, his best friend's father who was a successful entrepreneur and investor, and his poor dad, his biological father who was a highly educated but financially struggling government employee. Kiyosaki contrasts the differing financial perspectives and behaviors of his two dads, providing insight into how their different attitudes towards money and wealth influence their financial outcomes. He stresses the importance of cultivating a mindset of abundance and financial literacy and provides practical advice on how to invest, budget, and save in order to achieve financial freedom. Throughout the book, Kiyosaki encourages readers to shift their focus from working for money to having money work for them and to prioritize building passive income streams through investments in real estate, stocks, and other assets. He also discusses the importance of taking calculated risks, having a strong work ethic, and learning from failure. Overall, Rich Dad Poor Dad challenges conventional financial wisdom and encourages readers to think outside the box when it comes to managing their money and building wealth. Kiyosaki's personal anecdotes and practical advice make the book accessible and engaging for readers of all backgrounds and levels of financial literacy. Here is a chapter-by-chapter summary of the book. Chapter 1, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. In this chapter, Kiyosaki introduces his two dads, his biological father, who he refers to as Poor Dad, and his best friend's father, who he refers to as Rich Dad. He explains how both men had very different attitudes towards money and how those attitudes influence their financial outcomes. He also emphasizes the importance of financial education in achieving financial independence. Chapter 2, The Rich Don't Work for Money. Kiyosaki argues that the rich don't work for money. Instead, they focus on building assets that generate passive income. He also discusses the importance of financial literacy and how it can help individuals achieve financial independence. Chapter 3, Why Teach Financial Literacy. In this chapter, Kiyosaki explains why financial literacy is not taught in schools and why it is important for individuals to educate themselves about money management. He argues that financial literacy is essential for achieving financial independence. Chapter 4, Mind Your Own Business. Kiyosaki encourages readers to focus on building their own businesses rather than relying on employment for income. He discusses the advantages of entrepreneurship and provides tips on how to start a business. Chapter 5, The History of Taxes and the Power of Corporations. This chapter provides a brief history of taxes and their impact on wealth creation. Kiyosaki argues that corporations have more power than individuals when it comes to reducing tax liabilities and accumulating wealth. Chapter 6, The Rich Invent Money. Kiyosaki explains how the rich create money through investments and entrepreneurship. He also emphasizes the importance of taking calculated risks and learning from failure. Chapter 7, Work to Learn, Don't Work for Money. Kiyosaki argues that the most valuable asset individuals can have is knowledge. He encourages readers to focus on learning skills that will increase their earning potential and provide long-term financial security. Chapter 8, Overcoming Obstacles. In this chapter, Kiyosaki discusses the importance of persistence and resilience in achieving financial success. He shares personal stories of overcoming obstacles and encourages readers to persevere in the face of adversity. Chapter 9. Getting started. Kiyosaki provides practical advice on how to get started on the path to financial independence. He discusses the importance of setting goals, creating a plan, and taking action. Chapter 10. Still one more. Here are some to-dos in the final chapter. Kiyosaki provides a list of action steps that readers can take to improve their financial literacy and start building wealth. He also emphasizes the importance of taking responsibility for one's financial situation and continuing to learn and grow. Here are some key takeaways from Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. 1. Financial education is crucial. Kiyosaki emphasizes the importance of financial education in achieving financial independence. He argues that traditional education does not provide individuals with the knowledge and skills they need to manage money effectively. Therefore, individuals must take it upon themselves to educate themselves about personal finance. 2. The rich focus on assets, not income. Kiyosaki argues that the rich do not work for money. Instead, they focus on building assets that generate passive income. By investing in assets such as real estate, stocks, and businesses, individuals can create long-term wealth and financial security. 3. Take calculated risks. Kiyosaki emphasizes the importance of taking calculated risks in order to achieve financial success. While there is always the possibility of failure, taking risks can also lead to great rewards. However, it is important to weigh the potential risks and rewards carefully before making any investment decisions. 4. Mind your own business. Kiyosaki encourages readers to focus on building their own businesses rather than relying on employment for income. By becoming an entrepreneur, individuals can create their own opportunities and have greater control over their financial futures. 5. Focus on learning. Kiyosaki argues that the most valuable asset individuals can have is knowledge. By constantly learning and acquiring new skills, individuals can increase their earning potential and stay ahead of the curve in an ever-changing economy. 6. Take responsibility for your financial situation. Kiyosaki stresses the importance of taking responsibility for one's financial situation. He argues that individuals cannot rely on the government, employers, or anyone else to take care of their financial needs. Instead, they must take control of their finances and make their own decisions about how to invest and save their money. 7. Persistence and resilience are key. Kiyosaki acknowledges that the path to financial independence is not always easy. There will be setbacks and obstacles along the way, but it is important to stay persistent and resilient in the face of adversity. By staying focused on their goals and refusing to give up, individuals can ultimately achieve financial success. In summary, Rich Dad Poor Dad is a personal finance book that challenges conventional wisdom and encourages readers to think outside the box when it comes to managing their money and building wealth. By emphasizing the importance of financial education, asset building, risk-taking, entrepreneurship, and personal responsibility, Kiyosaki provides readers with practical advice and actionable steps for achieving financial independence. Pick up your copy now and implement few things we learned today. Summary first. Thank you for listening. Hope it helped you to decide on the purchase. Book link is below in the description. Check our playlist for more book summaries. Leave me a comment if you like summary on any specific book. I will sure to include it in my list. Take care and keep smiling. Thank you for listening. Hope